believe that we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just double check.
I believe.
Oh yes, I can hear myself. Hello. Right then, so as part of my Movember celebrations, I'm going to be doing some live streams throughout the month. This is one of them. I said I'll be playing some games, so I'm going to be playing Solitaire, which I'm sure you're all very, very excited to watch. Those of you who are watching on catch up, what's that doing there? I didn't want that to go there. I wanted it to go there. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you are a Solitaire player, and if you've got any tips, if you can see any cards that I've missed, then let me know. I can see there's 5 people in the chat. Hello, Huss, a regular. Nice to have regulars here on the show. Oh my gosh, look at that! It's exciting, isn't it? But yeah, so hope you're all doing okay and you've had a good Monday. I know that we're not in proper lockdown yet, but I thought if there's people on here who didn't watch a couple of days ago, then yes, this is just to sort of keep myself. Oh, I've got Football Manager in the title. How has that happened? How's that? Oh yeah, I can see now. So that people have tuned on to be watching. Oh gosh, there we go. Thanks, Huss. Does that say Solitaire now? Hopefully. Only play snap sooner. Play Football Manager. Play football. Oh, people want me to play. Well, I will play Football Manager when the new game comes out. Oh look, it's been so long. It's given me a hint. Goodness. The free cell is to create a stack of cards. Blah blah blah. Okay, I know how to play. I know how to play Solitaire. Come on. Come on now. Oh dear. This seems like a very raw deal. Can anybody see anything? I think I'm going to have to go for a hint. Oh, that's nice. He's going to move back there. And then what am I going to do? Yeah, so I think this game is over. So let's play again. Let's try it again. It has gone pitch black in Dudley. Oh, it does. It's pretty miserable at the minute. Oh, that's just taking me back to the same game, isn't it? Can't win them all. Let's go for a medium one. Come on now. Yeah, I just went for a walk down the canal, and it was miserable. Well, no, it wasn't miserable. It was actually quite nice. It was what am I talking about? It's quite relaxing to go for a little walk. I thought I'll be cooking in a minute. I thought about live streaming that. I didn't know what people would be interested in, but I decided that I would do this instead. Although now it's stressing me out so much, I wish I'd have just done something different. Oh my god. Oh, what's that? Oh, you can do it like that, can you? Right, well that makes it a lot easier. Doesn't seem very fair though. Literally nobody watching. That's nice. But hopefully, maybe somebody will find this relaxing later on. Like ASMR. Oh gosh. I need it. Huss is still here. That's nice. I'm really... Oh, right, okay. It's quite difficult trying to talk and do this at the same time. I could do with a red jack. I'm gonna have to move. Can I move that there and then move that across? Yeah, all right. You're trying to move 4 cards, yeah? Oh. Out of topic question. What's the most useless degree? Gender studies degree or a drama degree? What's a gender studies degree? I know a lot of people who did drama studies in university, and they have gone on to such great heights as appearing in the Checker Trade adverts before Football League football on Sky. You know, there was one bloke with a really big afro on those adverts. He went to my university and he did a degree in drama. Mike Evans, how you doing? Hello. If anybody has any knowledge about Solitaire, please help us at this moment. We're really struggling. I say we. I mean me. It's highlighted these 2 cards, but where can I put them? Oh, there. I'm not very good at this game. Ah. Well, that's where I need to put them. Why is there a limit on how many cards? I don't even know how this game works. I can play... Let's play Spider Solitaire, shall we? If Mikey's telling me. I don't want to play Freestyle anymore. I don't want to play anything anymore. Right. Go away. Spider. Right then. So this is just stack. The goal is to remove all the cards from the table by creating runs of cards. Each run needs to be organised in descending order from king to ace. Right. Yeah, Harry won lots of money, not from playing Solitaire though, from playing poker, I believe. But I can see where the confusion lies. There's a lot of similarities. In games with more than one suit, runs need to be blah 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 blah. Okay, completely okay. But this is just Spider, so this is just okay. In Spider, kings are high. Looks the same to me. Kings are high, aces are low. You can build them in runs by moving cards between columns as long as they stack in the proper sequence. King, Queen, Jack, 10 on it again. In games with more than one suit, we're not playing that. If you have an empty column, you can place any card or sequential. Okay, great. If you run out of moves, tap 1 of stop, blah blah blah. Okay, right, so we can do that, can't we? Hooray! Right, now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. Oh my goodness. Right, this is... Oh my... The pace on this. This is proper tiki-taka. Oh, I've unlocked an achievement. Amazing. Right, now we're struggling. Right, now, so I suppose this is now where we have to do this, is it? Yeah, okay, right then. Oh, there's a cat. Hello. Do you want to say hello to the people, Frank? Come on. Come here. Come here. Hey. Here he is. Hello. Can you help with this? Come on. Right. Let's have a look then. Where do we get to? You can hear him purring. His name's Frank. He's an absolute G. He was in a scrap the other day. While I was recording the podcast with Billy, the Absolute Scenes podcast, he was out fighting, and then I got in trouble because I didn't notice that he'd been fighting. Never mind, eh? He's an outdoor cat. He loves a scrap. He's going out all the time on the old fighting with anybody you can find. Right. I'm sorry that I'm not very entertaining in terms of talking, but I'm really getting into this game now. I hope that, there are a few people watching. I hope that you are finding enjoyment in this. It's very, very tense. I feel, there's a lot of expectation. Am I allowed to do that? No, I can't do that. Okay, alright, stop showing me. Get the game now. I used to do this a lot when I was on study leave, which probably why I didn't quite do as well as I could have done. I've got you on in the background watching the West Brom game, which isn't very much. Oh, West Brom are playing now, are they? Have you got to pay £10 for it again? That was a nice little move. If anybody saw that, now I need to get the 2 over there. Oh gosh, got it on a stream. Good lad. Don't be giving the baddies your money. Right, I can see something here. Do you play much FIFA still? Yeah, I've been playing a career mode. I played a couple of career modes on FIFA 20, but I haven't bought FIFA 21 yet, purely because I can't be bothered to fork out all that money again for basically what's the same game as it's been for the last few years. I followed. Oh, right, okay, yeah. So I haven't bought FIFA 21, and I don't think I'm going to, because it is still it's the same game that's been around for the last how many years? How many years has FIFA been the same? Probably since 2015, maybe. I think it's really, really cheeky. Am I right in saying that Pez has like a annual thing that you just pay? You pay like 20 quid and then you get all the new squads or something. Or have I made that up? I can't remember. I thought I'd seen that somewhere. It's certainly what should be done, to be honest. It should be that, if you've bought FIFA for 70 quid, which some people do, then you should be able to play the game every year. Pez still doesn't have the rights. I know that you can buy packs. You can buy sets of, like, you can have. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I can do this though. You can buy like the Juventus game or something, can't you? So that you have all the Juventus team. Is that right? Am I right in saying that? That's quite good, I suppose. But yeah, I suppose that's a shame, really. That apparently, so I did check PES really, and it is good to extent. Yeah, I remember seeing Mike. I remember seeing that. I remember playing PES with my friends when I was a kid. Woohoo! And I was hopeless at PES. I never ever enjoyed playing it ever because I always used to lose because I never had had the most up to date console when I was a kid. And now I've got an Xbox One S, which is now out of date. Yeah, PES. Yeah, it was probably about PES 06, PES 07 maybe. Actually, I used to be so rubbish at the game, so I'd never used to enjoy playing with my friends at the time. So that's why I never really got into PES, and that's why I always used to have FIFA when I was a kid for Christmas. So that's why I play FIFA now still. If you just joined us, we're playing Solitaire today, but we're talking about FIFA. I would like to be able to stream FIFA somehow on here. I don't play Ultimate Team anymore since I realised it was a huge scam. It was ridiculous. Like, you come up, it is it's fun for a little bit, but once you've built your team, you don't play any sports game anymore. I've lost interest. What games do you play, Huss? I've only recently played a couple of games that are not sport games. Football Manager is coming to Xbox, and I am looking forward to that. And I was planning on buying it for Xbox until I thought, actually, I'm going to start streaming things on YouTube more. And now I think I might do more. I might get it on Xbox, if you know what I mean. Get the PS5, folks. Well, what's the console? Is it Xbox? What's it called? Xbox X series, or is it PS5? What's gonna be the biggest one? What do we reckon? It's always the one which has got the most games on it, isn't it? That tends to be the most successful one. If it's got banging games, then it's going to be the most successful console. Doing pretty well here. I'm at a little bit of a roll. Could do with a yes! Come on, boys! We're winning. What a game! Who needs a PS5 when you've got Solitaire on the computer? So Apex Legends, Assassin's Creed, says Huss. Halo was so big on the Xbox 360 because it was the only console that had it. I remember that's what my friends used to play in university. Was that there was a very funny, I think it was like a literal trailer or something it was called, for that. Oh, look at this, we're making friends. Mike and Huss, they both play Apex. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've just bought an Assassin's Creed game as well, but I've played for about 10 minutes and I got really sick of it. It was called Odyssey. It was set in ancient Greece. Because I remember playing it a couple of times with my friends at university. And it was the one that was in Italy, I think, probably. If anybody knows which one that is. Apex is a game that's the same as Fortnite and PUBG, isn't it? It's the same kind of a game. Am I right in saying that? Because if I am, then I'm more hip and with it than I thought it was. It's better than Fortnite, but it's the same kind of game. It's a battle royale game. Am I right? Am I right? This checks out the newest Star Wars Squadrons. It's similar. Thank you. I'm down with the kids, see. I know about Discord. I know about Apex Legends. I know about all the games. We have got another run here, ladies and gentlemen. What a time to be alive. If you're just joining us, nobody's joining us, are they? Come on. Who's going to be joining us now? It's Legends only here. Maybe that's what I should call this stream. Legends only Solitaire special. But genuinely, I'm really enjoying it. I can't believe that there are a handful of people watching. But it's all about the chat. It's all about people enjoying themselves and building some community and just something to look forward to every day. Come home, play a bit of Solitaire, go for a little walk. Yes, stick cricket, Huss. Yeah, in ICT. Well, I'll tell you a story now, Huss, and I'll tell whoever else is listening a story. There was once, years and years ago, we're talking 2006, World Cup 2006, there was a game on Excel It was Football Manager on XL, and it was absolute joy. Have you ever watched The Mandalorian? I haven't forgot you're a Star Wars fan, Tom. Love that podcast you did, Star Wars special. Yeah, correct. Well done, Mike Evans. You're one of the 30 people that listen. Amazing, thank you. Yeah, I haven't actually watched The Mandalorian. I watched the first handful of episodes of the first series with Baby Yoda and whatever. I did see that, but then I didn't like follow it up. I don't think I've finished watching it. I did have Disney Plus. I think it's cancelled. I'd cancelled it recently, but yeah. So I don't think I ever finished watching it. I haven't particularly liked Star Wars for quite a long time. No, I'm not into anime. Unfortunately, I know that's one of the cool things that I'm not into. But yeah, that podcast, me and a friend of mine who's not on the podcast from the Midlands, we'd been to see it together at midnight, and then we did the podcast the following day. All of my friends had been to see it at midnight across the country, and then we all came together and did that podcast. And it was quite a nice. I listened back to it recently actually, and yes, I thought it was quite a nice podcast. Oh, a fourth run, although I needed to use a hint there. That's disappointing. I'm sure you'd like some anime. It's not all fighting show and stuff. It can be very deep. Yeah, I've never really given it a chance though. If you could recommend some, Huss, and where I can get it. Oh, right. Let's undo the last move. That was a bit of a stinker. If recommend some and where I can find some, then I'll be more than happy to try some. Watch A Silent Voice. It's fantastic. Okay, I'll give that a go. I'm more than happy to try anything once. Honestly, Tom, you will love it. Some good throwbacks, but it gets dark and gritty and still builds something new. Arguably the best thing since Star Wars has done in a long time. Yeah, I did enjoy. I did enjoy The Mandalorian. The few episodes that I watched, I think I might have downloaded them. At some point, so I might have them somewhere. So I'll try and catch up with them. Can I put these anywhere? No, I'm struggling here. What can I do? Silent Voice plot. When a grade school student with impaired hearing is bullied mercilessly, she transfers to another school. Years later, one of her former tormentors sets out to make amends. Ooh. So where can I find anime? Where can I watch it? Is it on Netflix? Amazon Prime? Where are we talking? Well, that's right. So I've lost this game as well. 15 minutes in. Rubbish. We got 4 stacks though, so this is the. We're still on easy. Some are on Netflix. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep an eye out for it then. Huss, I will give it a go at some point. But yeah, thank you very much for that. Kick-ass anime. Watch it online for free. We can't do that, Huss. I can't condone people watching things online for free. I don't do that. Or do I? Ding! I did just watch Skyfall for the first time today, and while we were on the subject of watching films and series, do you want to hear a fun fact? Never seen a James Bond film, ever. Never seen a single frame of one. I don't know if it's the same with you lot with watching, but because my brother used to like James Bond, I then decided that I hated it. I'm sure that, yeah, Sean Connery died, didn't he, on Saturday, just before lockdown 2. He was 90 years old. He was also in loads and loads of films, wasn't he? Those of you who follow Dazzling Dave as well will remember that he had a friend who he nicknamed Sean Connery. Indiana Jones he was in. What was that film? again, I don't know if people watching might be slightly too young for it, but there was a film that came out in about 2000 and when did it come out? I'm going to say 2004, and it had loads of different. I think it was called. I'll tell you what it's called. It was called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and it was one of the worst films I have ever seen in my life. Guarantee now people will be going, "Oh, that's a great film. I love that film." But honestly, it was terrible. Partly because how old was I? 13 at the time, and we were slightly too young to be going out like by ourselves. But my friend had a girlfriend who was also my friend, and to make sure that they didn't get off with each other or do anything really naughty, I had to go, and therefore I hated that film. So, yeah, but all I remember is the end of the film, Dorian Gray seeing the picture of himself in the mirror and going crazy. And like melting. Has it got under 50% ratings on Rotten Tomatoes? I don't know. Huss, you have to check it out for me. I'm not sure. Personally, it's a terrible film, but I don't know if it actually is the worst film of all time. I don't know. What other games am I thinking of playing? Well, I would love to be able to play some games that people actually know, but it's not my style. It's not how I live. I live for games that nobody plays, nobody knows, and trying to make them popular. So we're starting with Spider Solitaire. We've got games like Mahjong Titans. That's going to be on here. What's a film that everyone enjoys but you don't like it at all? Great topic for conversation, Huss. Well, there's lots of films that lots of other... Harry Potter. Huss. Well, we're planning to watch that at Christmas time, see. I thought, Fulham are winning 2-0 against the Baggies. Whee! Thank you very much. Thank you for... I should do a watch-along of Albion getting battered, shouldn't I? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have any swearing on my channel. Unless it's in a positive way. Right, okay, there we go. Lord of the Rings. That's... Huss, I think we're going to fall out here, mate. I'm sorry. You've been such a good supporter of the channel for such a long time, but this is where we go our separate ways. It's Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I'm so sorry, but you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I've only watched Lord of the Rings once, I think, maybe twice, but it was in university, and I thought, right, well, it's something that I should watch. People go on about it. It's one of the best films of all time ever, apparently. How can someone hate the Lord of the Rings? Greatest trilogy ever. This is where it falls down. They have a film. No, I haven't seen the Hobbit films either, unfortunately. But the Lord of the Rings films fall down because the second film is completely irrelevant to the whole plot. And everybody I've spoken to about this, all the Lord of the Rings fans have gone, oh, yeah, okay, I suppose you're right. And when you can't defend what's supposedly the best films ever, I'm sorry, but it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. And while I agree, some of it is very, very, I don't know. I don't think it's even that impressive, to be honest. I'm sorry. It's got some good battles, yeah, but then it's got trees that walk across the screen for half an hour. Do you know what I mean? It's there's a lot of it that's just irrelevant or feels irrelevant. And isn't the whole... I mean, there's a huge plot hole as well. I don't know too much about it, but there's a huge plot hole. That if a character would have done something at the very beginning, then it would have all been... solved very quickly, I think. Am I right in saying that? But yeah, Dark Knight again. I know we're talking about films on here, but I haven't actually seen that many films. That's a huge regret. I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I don't know how I missed Game of Thrones starting, but I remember everybody. I remember it sort of the series that came out in 2017, and then the series that came out, it must have been 2019 that it came out, and everybody was furious about the ending of it. And I was so glad to have not invested any time or energy in following that series. I was so pleased. Yeah. But so, Game of Thrones, Star Wars and Game of Thrones are my two favourites. Again, I feel like, there's a few examples of things in my life where I thought people have gone, oh yeah, but you will really like that. You will really like it though. And I go, oh, okay, yeah. Yes, Hus, I agree. Hope nobody hates me for this, but I've never been into superhero movies. Me neither. I always think if it can't happen, I don't enjoy it. If I can't physically picture it happening in real life, what's the point in watching it? And there's always plot holes in those stories. Always. Why didn't they just do X, Y, or Z at the beginning, and then it would have all been fine? Doctor Who. I did watch Doctor Who. I used to watch it when I was how old would I have been? 13, 14 maybe, when it first came back. I did quite enjoy the first couple of series. I never ever watched it religiously, but I did quite enjoy it. But yeah, I think it has become, compared to what it used to be like. There was a couple of series when it first came back that were written by that bloke, Russell T Davies. My brother is obsessed with it, so he knows, and therefore I've just picked it up by osmosis. But there's some very, 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 very good episodes and good stories, and the ones that blink, the monsters that blink and then they rush closer to you. What are they called? I can't remember. The episode of the movie actually could be a horror movie. It's such a good story, isn't it? It's such a good story. So I'm just sending my order for dinner. I say sending my order, I'll be cooking it. I'll be cooking in the next hour or so. Let's get these guys out, shall we? I'll tell you what, the greatest is The Mighty Ducks. Again, another film I haven't seen. I feel like such a noob not having watched these films that you're all talking about. But yeah, I have. They're all to do with hockey, aren't they? I've seen like the end of one of them. Right, let's play a guessing game. Can you guess what my favourite film is? You can ask yes or no questions. You don't need to guess it first time, but you can. Can anybody guess what my favourite film of all time is? It's such a good film. I haven't watched it in such a long time though. Perhaps I'll watch it soon. I think this is going to be the end of this game. Oh, is there a 6 somewhere? Was it May before 2016? Yes. Yes. Although there's a couple of very good films that I've enjoyed watching since 2016. And recently, for some reason, we went on a bit of a Dev Patel streak. And we watched Lion and Slumdog Millionaire. They're such good films. I'd never seen Slumdog Millionaire before until a couple of weeks ago. Such a good film. No, it's not Shutter Island. No. I thought you'd have watched them. I know. Well, but part of the reason. Again, thank you, Mike Evans, for bringing up my podcast. You're such a great podcast advocate. I hope that you're telling all your friends and family about my podcast. So, no, it's not A Silent Voice. Oh, the film that you told me about earlier on. I'm going to write that down, actually, because I'll forget it. My girlfriend is a big anime fan, so she's either seen it or she'll know about it. So no, nobody's guessed it yet. we're struggling here. We haven't had a run for ages. Why don't you? I do, Huss. There are videos of the podcast. They're pretty. They're not very consistent. Like there's huge gaps where there aren't any, and I put some on. We had our own YouTube channel, but then obviously that was getting absolutely no views. It's on this channel, Huss. It's on this channel now. It was on. There was a channel called Absolute Scenes Podcast, but then, but they come on. I genuinely think, and because I'm not somebody anymore who like constantly badgers people to get people subscribed and whatever. Like I don't really care anymore. But I would. I genuinely think there is a problem with my channel in that people are not getting notified of videos. Who's the main actor in the film, or is that too much of a clue? I think it is too much of a clue because it would either be one of 2 or 3 films if I told you who the actor was. We're desperate for a 7 here, guys. Desperate for a 7. Because we can either go from here. Yes, it is a very famous actor. I'll give you a small clue. It's probably maybe it might be too big a clue. Oh, we've got a 7, but now it's in the wrong place. Oh no. Oh, hang on. We might have lift off. Yes. Oh no. No. He's so the clue is that he had a very, very short cameo in the Borat film recently. The new Borat film, which, by the way, if you haven't seen, is amazing. We were supposed to talk about it on the podcast last week, but we didn't. We forgot. That's got to be another streak, surely. Yes. Now, last time we had 4. That was the highest number of the streak that we got was 4. Oh God. We're struggling now, though, aren't we? There must be a move, though, because otherwise it would have stopped me from playing. I can do that, but that doesn't really do anything. Is the movie itself rating extremely well by critics? I'd have thought so. Yeah, I think it's. It did very, very well in the box office. It was one of the films of the year. But this is a film. It came out when I was very small. That's the 4th one. We're level with our last go. Let's see if we can build this up now. Let's get 5 in a row. Come on. Don't forget to like the stream, everybody. I don't know if we've got anybody liking the stream at the minute. No, we haven't. Did it come in the noughties? No, it came out before the noughties. I think this is. I've got a feeling we're going to clear the board here. Now this 7 has come up. Oh my gosh. Give me a year gap of when the film came out, like 2016 to 2019. Okay, alright, 1990 to 1995. That's your time. Oh, here we go. Come on! Oh, yes! This is such a fun game. Right then. You're really old, yeah. Well, come on now. I'm that age. That's me from 1990 to 95. That's me. Careful what you're saying, Huss. But yes, I suppose really old. That message got held for review, Huss, because it was so disgusting. Is it the film of that maniac attempting to kill his wife with an axe? No. No. What do you think of me, Huss? That would be my favourite film. Dear, oh dear. I think Tom's only a little bit older than me. How old are you then, Mike? We learnt how old Huss was yesterday in this little get to know each other little game. Oh, come on now. 876. I can go there. Oh, we've got another one. Winning. Yeah, so I'm 29. I am. I'll be 30 now in next May. No, it's not Of Mice and Men. No, again another film I haven't seen. I haven't even read the book. I know that lots of people my age have because it was their GCSE text, but I've never done it. I've never got around to doing it. I say doing it, reading it. Oh, we're desperate for a 7 again. 26. Oh, Mike. Young you are still. Got your whole life ahead of you. Hello. Forrest Gump, Mike Evans, correct. Correct at last. Well done. Forrest Gump. It's a film. Forrest Gump was correct. I've never seen Pulp Fiction. Never seen Pulp Fiction. I know I'm such a shameful person. And there we go. Clean the board. Don't. Well, nearly spoiled the game for me then. Never seen Forrest Gump. Oh, Huss. Mike, come on, man. It's Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is the answer. Wow, look at this. There we go. I hope you could hear that music. It was really beautiful. Right, well, we're gonna easy deck solved. Got to start somewhere, haven't you? Leveled up. Woo! So the plot to Forrest Gump. Plot to Forrest Gump is how do I describe the plot to Forrest Gump? It's a man of fairly low intelligence who achieves magnificent things by accident all the time. But yeah, it's, I suppose for at the time as well, some of the effects and some of the clever ways that they managed to get Forrest Gump to meet famous people who had passed away, I think is really clever. From, I mean, bear in mind it's a 1994 film, so yeah, I would definitely go check that out. Huss, if you promise to watch, what did I say? Forrest Gump, then I'll watch A Silent Voice, this anime thing. So, alright, that's a 45-minute live stream in the bag. 2nd of November, on a streak. Cheers, Huss. Nice one. Yeah, so I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll play another silly little game. I don't know about Wednesday at the minute. I don't know what we'll do for Wednesday, but I'll think of something. And but yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Thank you to Mike Evans and to Huss for joining me in particular, but there's been a couple of other people have been on. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. And we will play some proper games at some point. We'll play Football Manager or something when it comes out, when Lockdown 2 properly hits hard. But in the meantime, we'll stick with like games from the past. Maybe I'll try and get some like really old games. I'll get an emulator. Right. Cheers, everybody. See you.